Hey guys, this is Misty and Brian. And I've got some children over here, but we want to talk to you a little bit about how Purim Ball came to be. So you've all seen pictures at this point that I posted, and there's more to come that we posted about the event. And it was a great time. We had, I don't know, how many people did we have?
60.
Like 63 total people, but we had a ton of singles there. And not all of those singles were on Facebook, just let me tell you. Like Charles Wells brought 3 or 4 folks from his local area. Carl Hart brought 3 ladies, and Sarah brought a gentleman from her area. None of them are on Facebook, but they came, so that was really awesome. And we wanted to let you know that like those things like Purim Ball didn't happen because we created Purim Ball. Purim Ball happened because last fall Brian said to me, what'd you say?
I need $20. You have cookies, and then I said we should get some people together for some events.
Right.
And you'll be good at that.
So he was, we were both needing some connection, and we were both needing some fellowship, and so I said, okay, let's try to do that. So that's what we did. Their first event, we had 5 people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the next event, we had 3 singles. 3. Now, there were some at the fellowship that we attended who were not on Facebook, so we did get to meet a few other singles.
But they're incredibly good looking, but there's still only 3 of them.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, but then the next event, Dylan was kind enough to suggest that his family host, and his family was willing, and so we went down there and we opened it up to not just singles, like any family who was friends of the Litchfields.
Yeah, or singles not in Hebrew Hearts.
Or singles not in Hebrew Hearts. And so we actually did get quite a few singles who weren't in Hebrew Hearts, who'd never been, like, some of them
Brian was looking at me funny.
Right, exactly. And some of them didn't even have Facebook. But they joined, and they came in and were with us. Well, one of the families who came was Mike and Dina Cardin. And they have it on their heart to minister to the widows and to the orphans and to the divorcees and to the singles. And so it was them who came to us who said, hey, we would love to host a Purim Ball. And we're like, really? Yes, we want to do that. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
And so that's how it got started. It was.
They used to own a bed and breakfast too, so they had the expertise and the experience. So it wasn't like we just took this giant thing on ourselves.
No, it wasn't. Like, it was because they put forth the effort and they planned it. And we're so thankful, guys. Like, huge thanks. Like on the Hebrew Hearts page, go in there and say, kudos to the folks who planned this, because it was not us. And I'll make sure that Miss Dina sees that, and she's also on Instagram. So follow us on Instagram, Hebrew Hearts Events. And, let them know, hey, we really, really appreciated all the work that they put into it. But our point in having this live video is you can do this too, okay? Start a regional event. Meet some other singles that are somewhere close to you. I drive up to 4 hours. That was my, that's where I said, okay, I will drive up to 4 hours. That's it. And, so we've driven to Nashville, we've now driven to Asheville, we've driven to South Carolina, we've gone down into Georgia, and we expect to be up in Johnson City, Tennessee at some point in time, which all of that is within a 4-hour range of me. So we try to encourage anybody who's within a couple hours to come and join us. Sometimes you get 5, sometimes you get 30.
It doesn't be complicated.
It doesn't have to be complicated.
Go to the congregation and go get some pizza, go skating, go bowling.
Yeah, something. Just spend the day. It does not have to be complicated. But if you will get the ball rolling in your area and get the word out there to the congregations, hey, we have some singles, events going on, and we'd love for you guys to take part in this. And, there's a real need for singles in our area to get together. Like, we've gotten really great response from congregational leaders, from pastors. Obviously, this couple, are saying, hey, we want to encourage, we want to support you singles and they, just jumped out there and made it happen for us. So we just want to say, guys, like, don't be afraid to get the ball rolling, because as you do, it will build momentum, and you'll be able to have larger and larger events, because people will begin to understand how crucial it is. I mean, I can't tell you how many of the folks who are not on Facebook who are saying, I love this. This is so fun. I'm so glad you did this, right?
Feel free to say, like, here's Hebrew Hearts website. We're an outreach. We're not a ministry. We're not trying to sell you members. We're just trying to get single people together, no matter where they go to.
Right.
Single Hebrews together. But these are, we have pics of our outreach stuff we've done. We have our Instagram you can share. We've got our website you can share, HebrewHearts.com.
Yeah.
So it's like a legitimate thing, an organization, people just trying to bring people together.
Right.
We're not teaching. We're not
Right.
indoctrinating. We're not asking about your theology other than your Hebrew.
Right.
So we're just get together. It's
Right.
not a giant building some kind of empire thing.
No.
It's just we're trying to get you guys together. I'm
We
the only
want-
single in my congregation.
Right.
Almost everywhere I've ever been to, there's like one single person in the entire place.
Right. And we just our goal is to connect other singles. So I see that James said, hi, hey, James. Hey, Kara. I know that Daniel's
Daniel.
watching. Jamie's watching. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And again, like, jump out there, start the process, and let it build, let it grow, let it become, just let that momentum continue. Like, we started our first one was in September.
Mm-hmm.
So, here we are in March having a Purim ball
With 60 people.
with 60 people.
Half of which we didn't even know yet.
Correct. We had never met some of them, So, like, as the momentum builds, Father's going to work, and Father's going to help connect people. So, our next big event is going to be at the United in Worship, which is going to be in Atlanta. That's our next regional event. That's in May 10. We hope to rent a house for all of us to stay in, or if we have so many people, we'll rent 2 houses. Now, obviously, that means everybody's going to have to chip in terms of the cost, and it's going to be kind of glorified camping, because we'll be putting more people.
But it's more fun that way.
And yeah, we'll be putting more, like people on beds and cots and that sort of thing. But we'll just spend the time together. We'll plan a couple meals together, and then we'll go to the United in Worship. So that's our next event in May. The event that we know we have coming up after that is going to be in July, and that is Revive in the Nashville area. So we'd love to have you guys join us for either one of those. You will have to get in touch with me, though, so that I know that we need housing for you as well. Susan, yes, you're all alone in your area. The boonies in Virginia. Where exactly is the boonies in Virginia? And let me tell you, I bet that we could find some folks that are, maybe not really close to you, but within a couple hours drive of you.
I know a couple folks in Virginia. Virginia's Torah Fellowship posting there. So there's any other singles.
Yeah.
We started regional groups too. If you go to HebrewHearts.com/locals, there's a group for literally pretty much every state, and there's Australia and Canada and Asia and Europe, and we started all of those so you guys can find locals, no matter if they're married or not. It's not singles groups. It's just, I'm Hebrew and I live
Right.
here. Does anyone
Right.
else live here?
Right,
Groups.
and to help to connect you guys. Hi, Michelle, how are you? So we're just talking about, like, we want to encourage you guys to get together with other singles, even if that means driving a little bit. It is worth it. It does not mean that you're going to marry them, okay?
We drove from North Georgia to Michigan to be at Michelle's shindig at the Great Lakes.
Exactly.
And we all went camping for like free.
Exactly.
It was gas and food, and that was it.
Yes, and so this week we had folks from Georgia, from Tennessee, from North Carolina, and from South Carolina who joined us. And I think maybe 1 or 2 for Virginia, I'm not sure. But anyway, we had a great group. So you guys, like, step out there. If you need help, let myself or Brian know. But I'm events coordinator, so I'll do everything I can to help you get something going. So you are about 30 miles from Lewisburg, West Virginia. Okay. Well, we'll see what we can't do, Susan, in terms of, seeing if we can't find some folks within a couple hours of you that you might be able to connect with. So we'll do what we can. But again, guys, we just want to encourage you. Like, again, the Purim Ball was not something we created. Other folks who had a heart for singles said, we want to step out and do this. But it was only because we did a regional event where we happened to meet them.
And met these people we didn't know yet.
Exactly.
So you know one person, that one person might know other people. I know E.B. Shorts in Virginia. He's single, so he knows like congregations full of people up there.
Yeah.
So we just met this one person who knew all these other people.
Right.
And
right.
So we went to South Carolina. We know Dylan in South Carolina. That's pretty much it. And then we get there. It's like, there's the Cardins. Hey, how are you? And like 2 weeks later, it's email. Hey, yeah, we know like a ton of people. We host a Purim Ball. But we're driving to South Carolina. We had no clue that was going to happen. Right.
We had no clue. And here we were. I mean, you can count the numbers. I think 20 or 25 singles that we had this weekend. A lot of them we had not met ever before. Huge shout out to Charles and to Carl for bringing some folks, and to Sarah as well. So yeah, so Michelle, I see you saying you can do some things up in Michigan. Let's talk. Let's talk. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna finish up. Brian's still got to go home. He's got to work at 11 o'clock, so he slept most of the way back to my house because my house was on the way to where we were headed. So, but we're gonna finish up, and we just want to say, guys, you know, be encouraged. And let's make some events happen. Like let's get singles meeting, and also connecting with fellowships, and just getting the word out that, hey, there's singles in your area, you know, maybe a long-term area, but there's singles in your area that need support and need love.
So yeah, we have regionals and shindigs. Regionals is you go to your congregation or somebody's congregation, and afterwards you hang out, but it's like maybe one night at most.
Yep.
Now, Michelle Noel, superstar, hosted a shindig, which is all weekend. And those are usually 3-day weekends, spring or summer or fall.
Yeah.
And you guys go camping together.
Yep.
So anybody even has a big backyard, that could work.
Right. And we're definitely looking to do something in, our group is looking to do something in June or September for camping. So we're going to do that. But again, May, coming up, May, United in Worship, guys, we've got
Rico Cortez, Mason Clover, Exodus Road Band.
Yeah. And most of our admins are going to be there. Yep. So y'all need to come. Like I've got folks from Texas and Colorado and Ohio all coming to Georgia to see us. And we're hoping that we'll catch maybe one of our Canadians as well. We're hoping that we're going to be able to, she's going to be able to make that happen. Yeah. So Kara, awesome. I'm so glad to see that you're willing to help. Have a conversation with Jamie and with Joy. Let's see if we can't get something going in Texas. Yes, Michelle, we are going to do Revive in July in Nashville.
Sarah Steinhauer is in Nashville, and she has Hebrews and Shebrews as well.
Exactly.
So you'll probably see a lot of her people there as well as Hebrew Hearts people.
Yep. She's actually spoken with the folks that are running Revive and said, hey, what do you have for singles? And they're like, we don't have anything. So she said, well, I'd like to plan some events. So like after the meetings, in the evenings, after the meetings, the singles are going to be getting together. Yes, Indiana. Absolutely. Indiana has an event coming up next weekend. I think it is, right? Is that right, Daniel? Is it next weekend? I'll be posting a little bit more about that again. So again, guys, have fun, connect, be brave. Be brave.
Michelle.
Anyway, y'all have a good one, and thanks so much for listening.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.